Mike Tyson raised the ruddock, dies. If he doesn't die, it doesn't count. If he's not dead, it doesn't count.
Okay, so I'm at Frederick's restaurant here for the announcement of Chris Eubank Jr. versus Chudinov for WBA. Is it WBA, isn't it? Interim middleweight title.
WBA interim, yeah.
Fight takes place at the O2 Arena on the 28th of February. I'm giving you a plug here. Tickets are still available.
Yes, you can get them from Eventum on 0844 249 1000 or www.eventum.co.uk.
Great stuff. I mentioned in the press conference that Chris Eubank Sr. did say, potentially someone's going to take British, Commonwealth, European, do it that way. This is an opportunity that's obviously just come. This is one of the opportunities you've just got to take, haven't you?
Yeah, well, I fancied this fight, and I called Chris Sr. over the holiday period and said, look, we can make this. We should grab the opportunity to get young Christopher in the mix and move him on very quickly. So, that conversation didn't take too long. We agreed on something for a change, and we got it together.
Is there a fear with Chris Jr. that, yes, we know he's got the ability, but obviously for the Billy Joe Saunders fight, you said there's a bit of a lack of experience as well. Is it a fear that after Chudinov, if he does win, after that, we're talking all top-level experienced middleweight fighters here?
Well, if he wins the fight, and it is a tough fight for him, if he comes through, and Billy Joe's fighting Andy Lee, or however that's all going to pan out, there's some great fights to be made between the three of them, some fantastic fights there, and that's really what it's all about. And if young Chris wants to be in that mix, and he felt that he won the fight against Bill, I don't agree that. I think Billy Joe Saunders won the fight. Yeah. But if he wants that fight, then he needs to show that he should be there with the guys. He should be, having even though it's an interim world title fight, but getting that belt around his waist and bringing something to the table to force the fight and make it happen.
He surprised me a bit. He's taken the loss quite well. I don't know. I almost expected him to disappear for about a year, if I'm honest with you, and then come out again. He's taken it very well.
No, I think you got to be philosophical about it. I think first of all, what you can't take away from that fight is how well Billy Joe Saunders fought. Yeah. He fought extremely well, and in my opinion, he deserved the win. Young Chris showed that he's got great talent. He showed that he's got a big heart. He showed that he can do 12 rounds. He showed he's got good stamina. Answered a lot of questions there. The next question he's got to answer is, what did he learn from the fight? Because there were moments in that fight where his defence was a bit leaky. Yeah. So he's got to build on all that, and I think he's got the confidence to do so. And you've got to take your hat off to him. He's coming straight back into a big fight. It's not like saying, let's give him a couple of what you call warm-up fights or whatever. He's saying, look, I want to be in there. I want to fight somebody. So we've made it happen.
Big card. Obviously, we've got a few star names on the card as well. Bradley Skeet's on it, Bilione's on it. Obviously, Tyson Fury. We'll talk about that in a second. When are we going to get the announcements for who the others are fighting? Skeet, Bilione, etc.
I'm hoping to do some tomorrow and the rest of them early next week. So by sort of next Wednesday, everybody will know who's fighting who on there. Okay.
We mentioned Billy Joe Saunders, Andy Lee earlier. Have negotiations taken place or started yet?
We've been talking, Adam Booth and I have been talking for quite a while. The WBO have extended the deadline for agreement by another week, which is till next Monday. Yeah. And then after that, hopefully we'll have something done, which is going to accommodate everybody to make this fight happen.
Andy Lee says he definitely wants it in Ireland. Is that kind of a must? Does that have to happen?
That's not for me. It's not so much of an issue. I think what the issue is where it can make the most money. Yeah. And that's really what everybody should be focusing on, because the more money it makes, the more money that Andy Lee and Billy Joe Saunders will get.
I can't get to Liverpool. You're going to give me a clue about Derry Matthews' announcement?
He's fighting Abril.
Yeah?
Yeah. You like that one, didn't you?
It's a big one.
Yeah, big one. Yeah.
That's a big one.
That's a big one.
Yeah, I'm going to run off and put this up on home right now, this one.
That's a good fight.
That is a very good fight.
But please don't put it out to the morning.
No, I won't. I'll leave it.
Yeah, 8 o'clock in the morning, I don't mind that.
Yeah.
That's on.
Where will that take place?
That's in Liverpool, on the same card as Paul Butler and Tete. So that's a cracking bill.
You've started 2015 almost like the way you ended 2014 for BoxNation. We're talking big fights, big names.
Yeah.
Is this your best stable of fighters, you think, in terms of potential?
Well, I've got to say, it's potential.
Potentially, yeah.
Good lot of fighters. Remember, at one time I had, if you want to look at, I can do it to an old geezer, going back over the years. In one year we had Chris Eubank, Nigel Benn, we had Steve Collins, we had Nassim Hamid.
What about for BoxNation?
Frank Bruno. For BoxNation it's proper youngsters, and it's a lot of investment what we've made over the last probably the last 2-3 years in these youngsters, bringing them through. I mean, you know, there's other guys like Frankie Gavin, where we hopefully are going to announce a big fight for him as well.
Yeah, good. You just led on to my question there, Frankie Gavin. Obviously, the Bradley Skeet fight, it was a win. And you could tell he was disappointed after. I spoke to him after the fight. He was disappointed as well. Do you move him on to world level? Do you keep him at European level?
No, he's got to go out there. When you think the guy, what's his name, Bundu, who beat him, he went on and had a real tough fight and give the guy.
Furman gave him a good fight.
They gave him a really good fight, and there was nothing in that fight with Bundu and Frankie Gavin, so he's there. I mean, he's there or thereabouts. He's now got to, you know, get himself together. I want to get a couple of fights under, you know, a couple of good fights under his belt, and then hopefully he'll fight for a world title this year. That's what the objective is. It's no good him keep having marking time fights now.
Yeah. Tyson Fury, obviously Christian Hammer on the card as well.
Yeah.
Any word at all from the Klitschko camp? Anything possible yet?
We've been talking to them. We were talking to them last week, and there was a sort of slight opening that we could have got the fight on between Klitschko and Tyson in April or May, but that all went away because they was having a problem with the Jennings fight. I believe they've resolved that now.
A fight that I get asked loads and loads about on Twitter, Mitchell Smith. When will he see him? Do you know when we might see him out again?
We're going to hopefully he'll be out in after March. He's had an operation injury, so that he's out, which is a great shame. It seems every time he puts in a decent performance, he picks up an injury and it sort of stops the momentum. But hopefully get this injury out of the way, and then he'll be back in the game.
What's the deal with the Chris Eubanks and yourself? Is it a kind of a cross promotion? Are you now sort of lead promoter in it? How does it work?
With Chris and I, Chris Senior, Chris Eubank Promotion Senior, and myself, we have a deal, and we'll deliver our end of the deal. And I'm doing more than above what I promised for them. You know, he's in another big fight now. And we're making it happen.
There you go. All right, there's Frank Warren at Frederick's Restaurant. Thanks for talking to us, Frank.
Thank you, guys, and Happy New Year to all your viewers.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.